Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas. Today I'm going to talk about the unexpected. When you file an immigration case, you cannot predict what's going to happen. For example, you cannot predict if you will make mistakes. You cannot predict if the officer handling your immigration case will make mistakes. And if you are filing a marriage-based green card petition, you cannot predict whether or not you and your spouse will remain together until you receive your green card. Although there are many things that you cannot predict, there is one thing that you can predict. If you hire an experienced immigration attorney, you can predict that if something unexpected happens, your attorney will be there to guide you through the process. After watching this video, I'm going to share a testimonial from one of our clients who recently received her green card. We assisted her with the VAWA petition. After we notified the government that we were representing her, she experienced a series of unfortunate events, ranging from immigration refusing to grant her an EAD renewal to misplacing her employment authorization document right before the green card interview. Please let our client's testimony serve as a reminder that the U.S. immigration process can be unpredictable, and it's always a good idea to hire an experienced immigration attorney to help you with every step of the process. Again, thank you for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.
Yes, my name is Yvette Mituge. I wasn't offered any compensation. I'm just doing this so that other people would hear from my experience and then they'll get to learn not to stay in an abusive marriage or relationship. I just got good. I had issues with my work authorization, so I didn't know what to do anymore, so I just got good and the law office came up and I called. Before I came to you, I went to other offices and I found no hope of ever getting my green card. But when I came to you, then you offered the VAWA option, which I knew nothing about. And that is how I came to know about it. Yeah, initially I got married to my former husband and we filed a case for adjustment of status without a lawyer. So, but later on in the marriage, he started abusing me and I didn't want to go through all of that anymore. So, when I left him, before I found your office, I didn't know what he did, but I couldn't renew my work authorization. Yeah. Maybe he withdrew the I-130 he put in for me. I don't know. So that is when I started looking for a law office that could help me out. Yes, I had issues. At one time, my work authorization could not be renewed. And I stayed away from work for a while. So they kept saying that my adjustment of status was denied. So that is why I said that probably he took out the I-130 petition he filed in for me. We don't know. So that is why I couldn't renew my work authorization again based on the adjustment of status we had initially filed with him. My life was threatened. Yeah. At that point, I was abused emotionally, sexually, financially, psychologically. I was broken. The day I came back home from work and I found all kinds of men in my apartment and with women I just left. That was like, I cannot take it anymore. I just left, and thank God I had my sister in Dallas. I just left and went to her. That was the day I just put her in. And then when I left, he didn't leave me. He kept calling me and threatening me that he was going to go to the immigration to go report me that we did a fake marriage, threatening me that he was going to come look for me wherever I am, and he was going to do harmful things to me. I went through hell. It is safe now because now I can stay here without any problems. I have access to more protection than when I was an immigrant. I feel like now they've accepted me to be here, and if one day I ever need help, the government is out there to protect me. So that's why I feel right now that I'm not scared anymore of hiding, because when you do something with your husband, that is somebody you know that you can count on, you can rely on, and then he's some sort of like a protection for you. And then you realize that he can't protect you anymore. So it's just like you're out there in the open. I thought maybe he could one day use my immigration status against me, or maybe he could have me deported or something. And I wasn't feeling safe at all. When I filed for the first time, when we filed for it, and then we received the other letter which said that your case have been processed, and then was sending you they sent me this paper, how do they call it, the determination letter, to say that, oh, my case have been heard and they are investigating it. I knew that at least the government was going to back me up should in case anything happens to me. I was depressed because I didn't have no work permit and I wasn't working. It was just one casual morning. I was at home and just feeling low in myself. And then I got a call. I was so happy. My joy had no bound that day. I danced and danced and danced. I felt some kind of like some heavy weight have just been lifted off my shoulders. It's a good feeling. I called my sister. My sister went through a lot with me. We jumped on the phone. We celebrated. I called my sister. My sister went, I can say she went through the whole thing with me. Yeah, because it was scary. I called my sister. Yes, I did attend an interview, but the law office prepared me for the interview. We had a mock interview, and you asked me the possible questions that the immigration officer was going to ask me on that day. You told me how to come, how to dress, how to answer the questions, and then we went through my adjustment of status application, and some of the things that were not properly filled out initially, we did fill them out properly. It was really helpful. And then it kind of decreased my anxiety, because when they said I was going to come for interview, I was like, oh my God. I got scared, but the mock interview prepared me, and I knew that it was not going to be something complicated. No, they did ask me. The interview was just smooth. I've never seen. She just asked me questions that were already on the I-45, and it was just mainly about if I've been involved in any criminal activities, or it was just routine questions that were found on the adjustment of status application. Okay, after the interview, I felt good because there was nothing that was getting me scared at that point anymore. I knew that it was definitely going to get approved, but I didn't know the speed at which it was going to get approved. It was too soon. I think it was a couple of days, I think it was a week or so after the interview that my case got approved. A lot has changed. I received my green card like a week later, or a couple of days after it was approved. My life has changed. Having the green card makes your life much more easier. First, when you get that paper welcoming you to the United States, telling you what to do and how to go about stuff. And my greatest ambition has always been able to further my education. Yes. So when I got it, I was like, finally, I can further my education, because education here is very expensive, and without any immigration status is even more difficult. So that is one of the things I was really happy about having my green card. So I'm going to further my education, and one very important thing, I can travel and go home. I can basically go anywhere or do whatever I want to do. It's just the freedom for me. The freedom to be able to live again as if you can attain or achieve anything you really play your mind on. Yeah. When I didn't have a green card before, I used to think that when I have a green card, how am I going to do? Well, my advice to anyone that is going through abuse, the first thing I'll tell you, you don't have to stay in an abusive relationship for whatever reason. You need to get out there. And the second thing I'll tell you, it is not easy, because even when you go file a case against this person you once loved and you once considered your husband, and the kind of things he did to you, and you have to, it's like reporting him somewhere. And it's not an easy thing to do. Sometimes I felt like coming to withdraw I was like, maybe I can go fix things back up with him, but you can never fix somebody that's already broken. Yeah, I will tell the person, come out of the abusive relationship, look for a lawyer. Don't try to do VAWA on your own. Look for a lawyer, and the lawyer is going to help you. Yeah. And again, try to be courageous. It's not an easy part. I can remember when, before coming to your law office, I went to see other lawyers, and they were like, oh, we have to file the case again. We have to start all over. So I started thinking of, how am I going to go look for this man that has been abusing me, for him to go sign all this paperwork again? I just left crying. Even when I came to your office and you gave me this VAWA solution, I was crying, but it was tears of joy, because I knew that there is a solution. Yes, there is a solution.
At David Nguyen's law office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David Nguyen.